Fuck. Folks, I just did about a fucking 20-minute presentation that was fucking gold. And then I looked down at the thing and I realized that I didn't fucking hit record. And I was talking to no one. As above, so below. What are you gonna do? The higher self of fucking CW Channer, which is me, is not infallible. I'm not God. I don't know everything. I do make mistakes. I'm not exactly completely human because I am a higher self, but there is a part of me or essence of me that is human. I made a mistake and I'm sorry. It was fucking gold and I kind of forgot where I was. But the fact of the matter is, I had to, take a break. I was interrupted. My good friend Antony Basiago, and I say my good friend because my higher self is good friends with his higher self. We haven't really connected on the lower level of the astral plane yet, but that dude needed some help. He needed somebody on his back to fucking shoot some fucking pterodactyls, and we fucked those guys up. Alright, Mars is now a safer place. It's down a few fucking pterodactyl aliens, and I get a reprieve, and I can come down here to this meaningless bullshit and fucking analyze this riveting fucking revelation that's sending shockwaves through the alternative Milo, if you will, right? That the CW Channer, the voice of reason, this discerning individual that skeptical of everything, except when he's not, right? And right? And anyway, let's just get right back into it. I gotta provide some sort of Corey Goode coattail riding here because just saying his name gets me a lot of hits, and I love that. Anyway, at 13 minutes, he mentions he thought 3 or 4 peeps might join his Facebook project, but it turned out to be 7,000. I'm not exactly sure what my notes mean ever, but at this point, I found that of interest because I'm sure some of the numerology there, which again I can't give to you, I'll need to channel J. Essex's higher self to do that. I think there's something there. I don't know. Whatever. But the fact of the matter is, right after that, he plugs a book he hasn't quite finished yet. Does that prove that he's Corey Goode? No. It most definitely doesn't. A discerning individual wouldn't allow that to temper their thoughts. But the fact of the matter is, it might be. I mean, he wants to chug cock all day. It gets, it's bad for your jaw. You need a fucking break. You need to find something else to do. What are you gonna do? Write a book, right? Isn't that's the formula for these characters in the alternative Milo, right? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Anyway, yada yada yada. So he follows that up with telling him what a good bloke you are, Mr. Derek Tyler. And I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love Derek Tyler. I love Derek Tyler even if he is Corey Goode. I love Derek Tyler even if he is Derek Tyler channeling the higher self of Corey Goode. I love him. I love you all. And that's basically what he does for the next 5 to 10 minutes, is basically apologize for asking any hard questions, but explaining that, that's kind of what he does. So, we know Phil B always finds that very fucking entertaining. He loves that shit, but very few other people find the beauty in it. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? Yada yada yada. Alright? Anyway. Oh, fuck. Anyway, so alright, there's a lot of stuff that I can't even make sense out of my notes. I'm definitely gonna, Xerox it on top of each other to make some sort of fucking interdimensional artwork to interpret later. But for now, the last note that I have that I can make any sort of sense from says 137. That's obviously a timestamp. It's obviously significant in some numerical way. J. Essex, help us out here, brother. Anyway. And then, at that point, there's something Derek Tyler's explaining this assault from these beings. They're talking about chemtrails, okay? And he states categorically and authoritatively how it's an assault, preparing to reduce our population. I guess it's not exactly reducing our population at the moment, but it's preparing to pave the way for the future masters of this world. These are his world, future masters of the world, folks. If I'm lying, I'm dying. 137 timestamp, check it out. What does that tell you? I don't know. I mean, people believe in this shit, all the followers of the New Age and these creating your own reality type people might find that negative. Some people find it positive. What does it need? What does it require? The future masters of this world? Fuck, you know what that means to me? It means we need a fucking savior. I smell some blue avians. I smell some fucking bird shit. What are you gonna do? I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that Derek Tyler is Corey Goode, but he sets up a nice story. It could be some sort of, I can't imagine a better setup for the savior paradigm. And let's face it, folks, how else is Corey Goode and his boyfriend David Wilcock going to make any kind of money, right? There has to be some sort of conflict. There has to be, this crazy narrative going around, and I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't able to listen to the rest of the fucking video, so I don't have any more notes. I don't really have, I passed the whatever mark that I hoped to have set and exceeded it. Yada, yada, yada. It is what it is. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I love you all very much. I mean that. I really do. Corey, I love you. Please, if you want, I would love to talk to you. And Derek Tyler, I want to thank you. I am saying all this. This is my higher, this is the higher self. It does seem to conflict with what the lower self, portrayed on this dimension. What are you gonna do? It is what it is, right? I mean, come on. The lower self, we got a lot of common, but we're just not, I'm human. I'm not in as perfect touch with my lower self. My lower self isn't completely in touch with my higher self. There's a little bit of a disconnect there. What are you gonna do, right? So, anyway, anything that's conflicting, it is because of that. Plus, it's going through the filter of this channel that's calling himself Phil Big. A character we don't really know anything about. I mean, he's got all these fucking wackadoo theories and sick obsessions with some of these fucking celebrities in the alternative media. I mean, how much of that is bleeding through? Is Bashar's channel, is he tainting any of the message that's coming through? I mean, maybe that's where the lack of clarity comes in, and that's why we need people like me out here, questioning these kinds of things. But I love them. I love you, Phil Big. You're great. I love everybody in the comments. Please comment. And let's just keep this conversation going. It's been a great journey. I hope you had a lot of fun. And I love you. I do love you. Alright? 10:02. Time stop.